We're going back to basics, back to the roots, back where it all started. We're back out in the tent. But a couple of videos ago, I was not feeling the outdoors or anything. And I was pretty stoked by the support that you guys gave me, the supportive comments. I was very surprised how many people were actually in the same boat. But today's going to be an absolute stonker. We've got about 9 miles to do altogether, all told. And we're going to be pitching up probably around the 7 mile mark, which only leaves a 2 mile walk to get back to the car in the morning. Before we do that, let's continue this drive and let's get to our starting point. Right, I need to get some fuel and I forgot my breakfast. So, quick stop off and we'll get back on the road. Yeah. This is gonna bloody hurt. What a shock to the system, folks, this is. If the views and everything are not that good today, he chose this route. I'm not gonna lie, folks, that climb up, we did Andy's just calculated it, we've just done 214 meters, basically straight from the car. My Achilles are absolutely in bits. Our destination's right in front here. That's where we're heading. We're going to try and go through the forest up to Vivod Mountain, and then we're going to come across the saddle. And just up here, there's Biddulph Tower, and there's a trig point up there as well. And maybe that's where we could be camping tonight. But we're just going to see where's got the best views. I'm really enjoying this. Bear! Come to your father, my holy sheep. We're not far from the summit now. And I'll tell you what, folks, I was telling Andy back then earlier, as we were coming up that big hill. So the pack today, just to give you a brief rundown, weighs 13 kilogram. And this, compared to having a normal day pack on, frigga light. It's a massive difference. Right, we're stopping on this little forestry road here. In fact, I'm not sure if it's forestry or public, so I'm gonna have to look at that when we get home. But this is where we are. In the Llangollen Horseshoe Pass video that you saw probably 2 ago or 3 ago, we were off up over on, just behind this tree, there's the 2 beacons which we went up, but this is our hill here that we're going up. So we're making our way up to Vivod Mountain now. I'll put a map on now so you can actually see where we are. Bit of B-roll with that for a view. Welcome to Wales, he says. So we've made it up to the top of Vivod Mountain, it's called. And there's jack shit up here, I'll be quite honest. But we're just making our way up over onto this ridge now. And that is what they call Biddulph's Tower. I think Andy's been up here before and he mentioned it's something to do with some old ruins and that, blah, blah. And there's a trig point up there as well. So we're hoping to look for a pitch right by that trig point. For those of you that are long-standing to the channel, I will promise you, traditions have not changed when we reach a trig point. You know what I mean. Let's get up there, crack a bloody beer. Well done, buddy. All over my friggin' hand on it. Cheers, ladies and gentle germs. I'm gonna sup this and enjoy this epic view that we've got going on over there. Yes! That beer's gone, it's done and dusted. I've only probably had about half a litre of water on the trail and that beer went down Sorry, I've just got my glove half on, half off me. So where we were 3 weeks ago was just here, so we walked all up along the, sorry, get me bearings right, there's 2 towers here. We walked all up there about 3 weeks ago and we camped in the van there. A couple of years ago, for those of you that have been on the channel for quite a while, Cader Berwyn is just here with, it's got the clag on the top now, which you can never escape up the top there. As I mentioned before in the video, this is Biddulph's Tower. Yeah, I know, I had the same thoughts about it as well. Looks pretty shite, doesn't it? Let's be honest. It's time to get the tent up. It's been a while. Forgot how to put it up, in all honesty. Probably have to Google some instructions. In fact, I'll do one of these with you. And there we go, folks. Tonight's choice of tent, once again, it has to be the Hilleberg Soulo. I literally just said to Andy how good it feels just to open that door, my fully open door, but just to be knelt in there and just looking inside of it again. Felt good. And look at this, got to get outdoors. First feature on his channel is the Hilleberg Nallo?
Nallo 2.
Nallo 2. And I think this might be his second or third outing in it. It's been a while since this has been out, folks. This is the X-bed down mat. In fact, when I was on the Great Glenway, this happened to me. And I took some cream with me. There was a pharmacy, and it's probably still got the cream on it, this mat has. Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, of course it has. I'll show you. Look at that! And this is great. You saw me mention this in one of my previous videos recently. It's the Flextail tiny pump, and it's the version 2. Still got the lights, and it's just inflating my sleeping mat. And this is the pillow I'm using tonight. It's the Flextail 0. Tiny. Look at that. That's just a pillow, and it squashes down even more. Let's get it up and I'll show you. So that's the pillow. That's where you lay your head, and then on the opposing side it has got your strap as well, so you can wrap it around your sleep mat there, so it's held in place. So just before the light disappears, I'll give you a quick pan round of tonight's campsite. So that's where we are. Here's inside Andy's new Nallo. Very spacious in there, mate, that is. Ideal for 2. Ideal for 2. And again, for those of you that are new to my channel, only came over when I started going out in the van, I'm just going to run through, or just show you quickly, a few bits of kit that I take with me when I go for a wild camp in the tent. Starting with, yes, another purchase. Well, these weren't purchased, they were given to me. You know who you are, so thank you very much. They are Sundicks. And what Sundicks are, for those of you again that are long standing to the channel, you'll know during the first lockdown we had a massive rave about them and how bloody awesome they were. Basically all they are, they're just down boots. So when I've got my boots and my socks off, I slip them on, and during the night it keeps my feet lovely and warm. Inside there's my down jacket. I've got the 20,000 milliamp hour Anchor power core. I've had to bring out my cheap shitty gloves because I can't find my Montane ones, which are bloody awesome. But yeah, this, the Goal Zero, that just hangs up there. And this, for those of you that have got one, let me know in the comments, because you might agree with me. The battery just does not know when to die on this thing. It just keeps going and going, and the light it emits is bloody bright. That is one of the best investments for camping. This always comes with me. It's my Petzl Actik head torch. That's only half charging that at the minute though. You might be wondering what I cook with. It's all in there. I'll show you that though when it comes to tea time. So that's it. That's camp. That's the gear I've got with me today. And we are going to tuck into another beer and enjoy the last remaining part of the light that we have. So Biddulph's Tower is looking a bit worse for wear, folks. Biddulph didn't keep up the maintenance on his tower. Right, on a serious note though, again a couple of weeks ago, where I kind of put it out there that I wasn't feeling the outdoors and I wasn't really feeling getting out. You guys have been very supportive. Some of you guys even mentioned going back to my roots, getting back out in the tent and wild camping. And thank you. And I think this is probably what I needed. I do love the van. I do love being out in the van. But again, I've kind of decided maybe I need to mix it up quite a lot differently. One person that reached out was Andy. Andy was the one that said, I'm putting a route together, we're going out in the tent, you better be there. And that's exactly what he did, and that's exactly what I needed. So for me guys, I would absolutely love it. I know some of you are already anyway, but I would love it if you guys headed over to Andy's channel, link in the description, or there'll be a card up here, Got to Get Outdoors, subscribe to him and comment on one of his latest videos just to say thanks for getting Dave out, because to me that means a lot when people reach out. Same to you guys as well. And that, I've said it in previous videos, I'm not very good with words, and yeah, I just want to say thank you to you lot as well. So for those of you that are interested, this is my cook kit, which consists of a 750ml titanium pot. Inside there I've got a Piezo igniter, the MSR wind burner. Is it called a wind burner? I think it's a wing burner. I don't know. I'll have a look and I'll put a link in the description. And then we've got a brand new gas, and that's it. And it all fits nicely just inside that. Right, well, that's it from me, folks. I'm in my pit now. The time is coming up to 20 to 8. That's all. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but the rain's just started to come in. Every time it happens, when I'm out in the tent, it lashes it down. Me and Andy have just been outside having the last beer, and we've also been doing a little bit of... Andy's got a new GoPro, so he's just been checking out some of the functions that it's got. I've done a couple of night photos on here, which I'll put on now for you to have a look at. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else to report. Rain set for the next couple of hours. On that bombshell, I'm going to try and get some sleep, and I'll see you lovely lot in the morning. Good night. Morning glampers, what an eventful night that was. You may, depending on how I edit it, you may have just seen the clip that I put on from last night. Wow, that wind was relentless. It probably let up a little bit about midnight, and I mean just a little bit, but throughout the night it was ridiculous. You could probably still hear it now, to be honest. I mean, it's not that bad compared to what it was, but we've got frost on the outside of the tent. My dry bag that's here's got all frost up the side of it, but there's a lovely sunrise going on. Let's have a look. And look at this too, folks. Got frost on the tent. Look at it all. But what a view that is. Check that out. Oh, that's what it's all about. Another enjoyable wild camp. I say another, I haven't done one fucking years by the feel of it, but Christ, am I feeling stiff this morning after that walk. Ooh. How was your night, mate?
Yeah, good. It really was good.
Good, man.
It's just this frost and the clear up now.
And this is it, the worst part of any wild camp. Packing away. I mean, look at all the bloody frost on it. I think Andy said it got down to about 1 degree last night. And then obviously the wind chill on top of it. It's -2, I guess. But fucking hell, it's freezing this morning. Just look at that. Yeah, boy. This is it, we're all packed up, and as always, leave no shiz! Nothing left, just where Andy was lay, and just where I was lay there. So without further ado, let's make that few miles journey back to the car. And well folks, that is it. We're almost back at the car now, back in Glencerrig. I just want to say a massive thanks to you guys for stopping along and watching the video. For me, that's been brill. That has been a cracking calm, frosty morning, beautiful sunrise. What more could a bloke ask for? Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you on another adventure.